Powering up essential systems. Booting root C/audio logs. Reviewing previous data cells. Repairing audio files.
Crazy. That's my canonical explanation for why my voice sounds like this today. So how long does this last before you give up on reading it out loud? Got attacked by mutant wolves. It was crazy. People tend to not be annoyed when you ask them about a trade.
It's kind of just the opposite of what I do, right?
Essentially, I would move from place to place to, find things like these books here.
I was looking for merc work mostly. I've been doing some odd jobs here and there.
You can either think of it in like your meat brain, or you can think of it like in your metal brain.
How much longer do you think we have until we get there?
Hey, MC, how much longer do I think we have until we get there? A little bit sticky, like you have to like really put your shoulder into it to slide it open.
Dice is just walking behind.
No.
Boo.
Yay.
Okay.
We're such good diplomats.
It is definitely not Lord Catherine.
Yeah, I'm just going with something that aesthetically looks like a Hummer.
Oh yeah. This thing has never been cleaned ever since it came. The only time it was ever cleaned was when it came out of the factory back in 2020 something maybe.
Terry's helping me shopping.
Okay, so this isn't like right when I get home. Because right when I get home, I just sleep. I sleep for a long time. But the next time I go back into work, which is probably just the next day, I like come back into work and see if Durf is there.
Durf is indeed there. You walk in the door and you hear this hearty, "Well, welcome home. Did you bring my tools?"
Yes, Durf, I'm back. And okay, wait, come closer. I like walk up to him and I'm like, kind of making a show of this being like kind of secret stuff. I'm like, Durf, your tools, it totally saved the day. Like they're the reason we won. You're a hero.
Ah, well, that makes me feel well. But I don't need anyone tooting my horn. I prefer to go under the radar, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, and this is...
But thank you, me boy.
I don't know how much this is all on the down low still, but I kind of explained to him the story of, like, rigging up the audio thing to play at the opportune moment. And
Well, that Bravo sounds exactly like you.
yeah. Well, I'm back in Eden for, it looks like a couple of months. Am I good to pick up where we left off, resume my old job?
Absolutely.
All right. So here's the other thing, Durf. We're going to be going on another mission at some point, and I don't want to mess up your business, but I want to have this mobile workshop next time I need it. Can we work together and like see if I can buy some of this equipment? I know there's some stuff that you need, but we have a couple months. I might be able to find replacements for all of it. And I pull out a couple of the jingle or a couple of the barter, whatever it was, that Slater gave us. I'm like, I got payment. I kind of stumble over my words.
So Durfy, he waves his hands as you like present your jingle and go like, no, me boy, bravo. A man must earn his tools. You've earned that money, but you have not earned the tools. You know how I got most of these? I went and found them. I went and I got me own tools.
Where? I mean, that's great, but where?
Well, you go out and looking. Now, I know where to go look, and I can go and get you some tools. That's where I'll take your jingle, though.
Okay. How about we go together? You show me how to. You show me the tricks of scrounging out there for tools and get me started, and maybe I can do the rest on my own. And I I offer one barter for this deal of him taking me in the beginning and kind of showing me the ropes for being able to scrounge what I need.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, and so
I don't know how much one barter is worth. Is that gonna fly?
it's an abstraction, and so let's see. Because I'm looking, so if you look at the bottom of your playbook, under the barter section, we're going to ignore the at the beginning of the session, spend 1 or 2 barter for your lifestyle because Catherine's covering that. But looking at the section, if you need jingle during a session, tell the MC you'd like to work a gig, which is what this sounds like. Basically, what you're doing is conducting research for a wealthy NPC. What I'm seeing is we're going to modify this a little bit. We're going to negotiate it. So as a one-time expenditure and very subject to availability, one barter might count for, in this case, any weapon, gear, or fashion not valuable or high tech. Here's what I think. I like the idea of, like you basically pay Durf as a guide, more or less, to take you places where he's gone and found tools before, and that'll cost. It'll cost you time and money. I'm thinking 2 barter in 2 months.
Okay, sounds good.
And you'll be able to put together. It's nothing high tech like Durf shop. Like you're probably not going to find like a MIG welder or anything, but you'll get your hands on the tools that you need. Socket sets, a variety of saws and whatnot. Things that you would, or maybe in your case, like soldering equipment or whatnot. I don't know exactly what you need, but I think that sounds like a pretty good deal.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, just going when I can, and I try not to go alone. So sometimes I ask Rex to come with me, or sometimes I ask Dice to come with me, just so that I'm not going out into the wastes by myself.
Rex would absolutely love to accompany you.
Rex, Dirk showed me this place. It's this old abandoned building. It's called Home Depot. And there's so much stuff that's there. Like a lot of it's been picked clean by scavengers and stuff, but there's still a lot to find. It's awesome. Do you want to come with?
Absolutely. We can take my new vehicle.
Ooh. I look, and I'm like trying to protect the reputation of my vehicle. I'm like, oh, well, it doesn't have much space inside, but there are lots of good things about it too.
Rex is just too busy grinning at it.
It's this big, horrifically yellow Humvee sort of thing.
I've thought about it, and I actually want it to be greenish.
Okay. Is it still like a horrifically green, or is it more like kind of olive army-esque, or just, bog standard green?
Closer to the olive army.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a wonderful thing. Sometimes Rex accompanies Bravo as he goes and scavenges for the parts that he needs. So yeah. So Bravo, mark off a couple of barter, and that's really how you spend your time. So I guess here's the trade off with that. If you wish to make repairs to your van, you're not going to be able to make all of them in the time that you'll have if you go hunting for tools. Okay.
Well, I'll satisfy myself with partial repairs then. Oh, and I just wanted to mention, I deliver Gregor's letter for him.
Oh, yes.
That happens.
Yeah. See, you deliver this letter to this kind of short old lady in the back who mostly just glares at you as you do stuff. But you're able to give the letters to their recipients.
Since I'm so confused about what the letters are, I don't know. I know I just don't bother asking, which is, kind of out of character for Bravo, but he figures this is Gregor's private stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to do during this time.
Alrighty, cool. What would you like?
So for starters, I'm going to spend one of my barter to get back 2 of my stock, so I'm at 5. And then I was also going to, I need a little jingle. And with that, kind of going back into the gaining myself a little bit of a reputation, I was going to go with 10 to the health of a dozen families or more. So that's kind of what I was going to be doing, is just, gaining more reputation within Eden as somebody that people can come to when they need help, at a cost, of course, because bartered, medical supplies don't come cheap. And And then during that time as well, Rex didn't take any harm, did he? No. But I know that Bravo did, so she's going to just kind of continue tending to his wounds and monitor his healing.
Yay! I can finally recover from the furniture falling on me.
Through that timeline. And other than that, she doesn't really have any friends in Eden or anything, so that's kind of what she's going to spend her time doing.
So first things first, yes, you are able to tend to a couple families. Add 2 barter. Add 2 barter. That's the pay that you're able to get out of this. But it takes your time. That's for sure. One interesting and I guess notable thing happens while you're in Eden. One night you receive a knock at the door to your dwelling. Outside of the door is a man. He's kind of tall and dark. He has a cigarette that's just dangling in his mouth. He is also very clearly injured.
Hello, sir. Oh my goodness, are you okay?
The man he goes hi he goes my name is Jack. I hear you're the someone I could get me stitched up.
Yeah, absolutely. Hurry, come on in. Sit down right over here, and she'll point to a chair to sit down in.
Yeah, and so he comes in. He takes off the big outer coat that he has. He's clearly been shot a couple of times.
Oh gosh.
And yeah, so this man is someone Rex may recognize. This is Jack Dawson.
I was about to ask if this is my friend Jack from the Rusty Shotgun.
I see.
Okay.
So what do you do? I mean, beyond heal or offer medical assistance to Jack?
I'm quickly looking to see because I feel like it said something about NPCs. Okay, there it is. It says use 1 stock to stabilize an NPC. So we'll mark that up. As I'm working on him, getting the bullets out and stitching up the wounds. What happened to you?
Jack says, "Well, it's and he's kind of gritting his teeth through the pain and some of it. I know, but he's like, yeah, it's just part of the job. It's what you get for being a hired gun. Sometimes, you give a couple hits and you gotta take a few, I guess."
Understandable. I guess I can get that. Other than that, she's still pretty closed off to most people, so she just gets him stitched up, gets her payment, and gets him along, as she does with most people. So she knows Jack now. She recognizes him. Mm-hmm. But she's more do her job and then go away.
As you finish up, he does pay you. He does pay you. So that's just part of the tending to a dozen families or more. So really, if you want to take that 1 supply back, you can. But as you finish tending to him and he prepares to leave, he says, "Thank you, doctor. I know you're good friends with Rex, or at least know him, and that's good enough for me. So
anytime, if you're ever shot again, please.
Guarantee it'll happen." And Jack leaves.
And then I would say in her downtime of not helping people, she'll go down and frequent some bars and stuff to just, unwind a little bit with some beverages.
I don't suppose you find yourself in the Rusty Shotgun at some point amongst the seedier bars that you could possibly find in Eden.
I mean, if that's where all of the people like Rex hang out, that's where she can find some good work, if you know what I mean.
Wow. I'll keep that in mind next time you don't defend me.
Rex has had some fun times. He's gone on some outings with Bravo as he's gone looking for tools. Bravo also seems to be picking up some specific things that you wouldn't necessarily imagine going at a standard machinist's toolkit, but that's fine. Dice has been fixing up people. She's been enjoying the nightlife around Eden and has been receiving the occasional visit from specifically one Jack Dawson, who always he seems to get beat up. Hey, for those of you who don't know, we actually do have a Twitter. It's at Aaron Ignota, AARONIGNOTA. If you go there and you follow us, you'll be able to get updates and things about the show that you wouldn't get just listening to it otherwise. So go there and check it out and you'll stay in the loop. Thank you so much for all of those who have been listening to this podcast. If you would just be able to go and subscribe on whatever platform it is, or share, send us a review or a voice message even on Anchor, that would be wonderful. We love hearing from you and we love to see your feedback, and we want to make sure that you don't miss any of the upcoming episodes. That would be a true tragedy. So go ahead and do that. And I think that's everything. So we'll get back to the show now. So Bravo, you've talked to Dice and you've talked through this idea of like, hey, like I want to build life support into my van. I think it'd be a good idea, and you're the one who understands like what's needed and how we can scrap some stuff together. And so you've kind of picked a day or like a time where you're like, okay, we're gonna leave the city and we're gonna go scavenge some stuff. When you wake up in the morning, you find there is a like a letter or a note that has been stuck in like the windshield wipers of your van. The note reads, hello, Bravo Niner. Well, it reads, hello, your name. I can't remember me personally as the MC, all the things. Bravo Niner.
Does it have them like written out as separate words or just like the letters and numbers?
Like serial number. It has it written out like the serial number. So it just says like B95I68KW3Z. Yes. Sweet. It says hello Bravo Niner. It has come to my attention that you are a talented technician and a person of and a person who personally piques my curiosity. If it is not too much trouble, I wish to meet with you today to discuss some things and hopefully begin a wonderful relationship. And please come by my shop at your earliest convenience. Signed, Violet Black.
Okay. After about an hour, I'm able to, sound it out and figure out what it says. I'm actually, before I go in to meet Violet, I'm just like gonna get the other two together real quick. I'm just gonna try to, or if I can't find both of them together, I'll just talk to one of them. I just want to ask a question to Dice or Rex or both. So I head down to that bar where they both hang out, and I look for them.
I can't believe Dice is a regular at the Rusty Shotgun.
Where better to be a known medic, a personal doctor than in the haunt of mercenaries.
You see what I'm saying?
You get to know Jack and Cerulean well.
I feel like she's enabling them, though. Like, if you know that somebody's there who can stitch you back up, you're probably a little bit more prone to bar fights. So I don't know if she's a part of the solution or part of the problem.
I'm a doctor. So if anybody, letting them know that if they get shot like Jack, they come see me.
Anyway, when I get down to it's called the Rusty Shotgun, right?
The Rusty Shotgun.
Rusty Shotgun.
When I get there, I look around. Are they in?
Depends. Is it afternoon?
Yeah. What time of day is it?
Is it any day in the afternoon?
Yeah. By the time I finish reading the letter and I get down, it's the afternoon.
Yes. Dice is there.
Yes.
All right. So I go over to the two. I'm like, Dice, Rex, can you guys help me with something?
What is it?
So somebody put this letter on my van, and so awkward. I'm not really experienced with this stuff. I can't tell if this is like a patronage letter or if this is like a secret admirer kind of situation. Can you just read this?
I was going to say, can I read it?
Well, I can't read it.
You want to read it out loud?
I will read it aloud. What does it say?
I'll just basically read it. It says, "Hello, Bravo Niner," but it says his actual like serialized name. Gosh, what did I say? It says, it has come to my attention that you are a very skilled technician and a person who personally piques my curiosity. I would love to meet with you. If you could come to my shop at the earliest convenience, it would be wonderful to meet with you and begin a relationship. Signed, Violet Black.
Like, is this a business
Now, Dice, you recognize the name Violet Black. Violet Black is probably the one of the wealthiest people in Eden. She is she started a like a trading company, you could say, and has been it has been a very lucrative business for her. She's the at least her trading company is the person you would be buying your medical supplies from.
Oh my gosh, Bravo! Do you not know who Violet Black is?
No.
Oh my gosh, she's like the richest person here. Well, I'm gonna say that kind of a little more hushed, because we're in a mercenary bar. She's like, I realized as I was saying that out loud, I was like, that's a whisper.
Guys,
She's
let's
like,
go overthrow Violet.
Suddenly, everyone runs over.
she's like one of the richest people here, like in the city. Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah, whatever. But so you're saying this isn't like a love letter?
No, this isn't.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, God.
I mean, at this rate, you might want it to be a love letter because I'm in love with her. Because she gives, I can't do my work. She's the one, her business supplies my supplies. Like, that's where I get all of my medical things from, because she's built a trading company that literally supplies most things in Eden.
Well, do you want to come with me?
Yes, very much so.
How about you, Rex? Do you want to come meet the rich lady?
You had me at rich.
All right. Okay, then we head out.
Already. So
After we pay off our tabs.
yeah, after you pay off your tab. Rex, how much and how you drink quite frequently, right?
Yeah. And, he's not... He's a mercenary. He doesn't live a healthy lifestyle, so what's a few drinks? He's more likely to die from gunshots at some point.
Yeah. I guess here's my question. Did you start drinking more once the government was covering your tab?
Oh, were they?
Yeah, Catherine, part of your deal as risking your lives to liberate these places is that Catherine covers your living expenses. And so as long as you can call drinking a living expense, she will cover it.
You know what? No, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same amount.
Dice goes more than she used to.
Also, because you're hanging out with Rex, Jack, and Cerulean.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the best kind of peer pressure to be around.
Yes.
Boy, I hope you know a thing or two about liver repair.
That would be funny. Alrighty, cool. So a lot of you are able to head out of the Rusty Shotgun and you make your way towards the shop. Violet Black has set up basically the marketplace. It is the hub of all trade in Eden. Most of the products are hers, though there are some independent vendors and stalls that have various things, mostly food for these people, but a couple of them are scavengers. But as said, most of the stuff is things from Violet's trading company. Now, there's one big main building. That is the headquarters and the main shop. Now, you really only get into this shop by being either wealthy or invited, and lucky for you, you've been invited.
Good.
So you enter this shop.
Is there like a burly guard that I have to get by?
No, I'm right next to you.
Yeah, so there's the burly guard at the beginning, at the front of this place. But you come up with your burly guard. The only key difference between these two is that one of them can read.
Which one's burlier?
Which one of them is burlier? Rex. Rex is the burliest.
Nice. Good.
He is the burliest boy.
Take that, person who can read.
And so you hand him your invitation. You're able to enter. When you enter this shop, it is It is it's basically the specialty section. There's shelves lined with all sorts of different things, anything you can imagine. There's a locker that has the largest Dice. You see the locker that has the largest stash of medical supplies that you've seen since coming to Eden.
Ogles the entire time, like she's just like staring at that, like jaw dropped as she walks in.
Yeah, Rex, you see a wall. You see a wall that it had to have been just like they cut the wall out of a gun shop and just transplanted it right into here. You've got a wide assortment of things, ammo to go with it. It looks beautifully maintained. Bravo, you see shelves of all sorts of weird electrical knickknacks and mechanical things and just oddities. And at the far end, you see a counter with a bell on it. You know, kind of like the typical dingy bell that everyone gets really annoyed at.
Nice. I saunter up to the counter and I do one classy ding. I'm not gonna go ham.
After a moment, a woman comes down, or not down, comes out from a back room. She's a woman. She's getting a little older. She's getting up there in years. Her hair is white and gray. It's pulled back into a ponytail. She walks with a confidence and air, though, of someone who is used to being in charge and running things. This is Violet Black. When she sees you, she says, "Ah, yes, bravo. I'm glad you came. Who are your friends?"
Oh, you must be Ms. Black?
Violet. It's Violet, my dear.
Nice to meet you. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know, so I like to, have my friends with me. This is Dr. Dice. She's apparently a big fan.
Doctor, you say? Very interesting.
Yes, I do work in the field of medicine as much as I can. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And this is Rex. He works in unmedicine.
Howdy, I'm Rex.
Sorry,
did you call it unmedicine?
I've never heard it referred to like that before, but I suppose it works.
Unmedicine.
Yeah. So Violet, she beckons you. She's like, please come on back. There's no reason to be standing through all of this. She leads you into a back room. It's like a meeting room. It's got a table and several chairs around it.
Okay. I take a seat. So, what brings you to invite me to this place? You seem like a busy lady.
She so Violet, she sits down in a chair and she leans back a little bit and she says, "I have heard much about you, all three of you actually, but Bravo especially. The work that you did in Denu Funk is truly, I would say, astounding. It's a marvel what you were able to accomplish there."
Yeah, a lot of people died.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's going around? The people know about what happened in Danu Funk?
You know, some people we hear things. You know, I run a trading company. Like I'm going to hear about when a new community is opened up to my business.
So do you know how things are going there? Like, will we be getting, is there a group coming from there soon?
Whether a group is coming or not, I don't know. From what I've heard, things have gone pretty well. There was a brief kerfuffle that happened, but it seems to have not had a lasting impact.
I make a mental note to later look up the word kerfuffle.
Now, dear, I guess you must be wondering why I invited you here.
Really am.
And she's talking like directly to Bravo at this point. Like, you're a curiosity to me. You're different than the rest of people I've met.
While this is happening, can I roll to read a person?
Absolutely.
Okay. Rolled a 10.
Dang straight. Okay, so you can ask, I believe it's 3 questions off the list. You don't have to ask them all right now. You can ask them at any point during the conversation. Do you wish to ask any right now, or shall we continue?
Continue.
Violet, she says, "You what? Your name is it's not like the rest of ours. Where did you get it?"
It's, it's practical in a place with a lot of people. Wait, so why am I here?
Yes. A man who gets to the point. I see. For multiple reasons, I should say. One, as I said in my letter, you personally, and you personally interest me, but I would love to get to know you more, but in a broader sense. And she kind of now addresses all of you. She's like, I wanted to thank you for giving me an opportunity to grow my business and help me out. This is your work that you're doing for Eden with the initiative is not only wonderful for the people, but it's going to be very helpful for those of us who are tradesmen and merchants. And I know, Bravo, you are a fine collector of literature, and the rest of you are, I presume, very seasoned practitioners of your own arts. I can help you with these things if that's what you need.
Oh,
What is? I'm gonna throw in a. What is your character really feeling?
Yeah. So, Violet is feeling a little annoyed that Bravo didn't come alone. She's feeling kind of she's restrained. She's feeling restrained, like she can't say all that she wants to, because there are more than just Bravo here.
interesting.
Not that I know this.
Yeah.
Okay, so she piqued my interest with the books. I'm like, so what books are you talking?
Oh,
do you have Magic Treehouse?
And she goes, "Come, follow me. You'll like this." And she stands up from the table and goes into a further back room. She goes into another room. This room, you see, it's got all the walls are lined with bookcases. It kind of reminds you a little bit of Roger's office, where you had like knickknacks on it. It's a similar sense where like there's just things on the shelves. And she says, I pride myself as a little bit of a collector of the artifacts of the world that once was. And she leads you over, and there's a bookcase that has actual books on it. You find everything on there, all sorts of incredible stuff. You find works from Plato and Aristotle. You find the Magic Treehouse. You find Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, Dr. Seuss. Just like a spread. You find a couple of books on like government, things that like once would have been like social studies textbooks. You find, this is just the literature section. If you look around, there's all sorts of random stuff in the room. You find old lighters. You find helmets from motorcycles, like motorcycle helmets or pilots' helmets. You find just all sorts of just memorabilia that you would pull from this area. You see like cell phones that are propped up on little like plate stands. She has a MacBook with a massive crack down the screen that doesn't turn on anymore. But
I'm just staring at the bookshelf, and just under my breath, I'm just like, "Holy Zuckerberg! Are you saying that I can have one?" Yes,
that is what I'm saying. Now, I mean, I would love to continue this relationship. As I said, you're someone I'd really love to have a good rapport with, a good relationship. I would love to continue talking with you.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to study Bravo.
This is hard, because Bravo's being pitted against, like, it's his suspicious nature versus his like thirst for learning right now. It's like two of his defining traits.
I say, like this, like as you've seen with this lady, this is the person to get anything from. If you want something, the chances that she has it or has access to get it, very high.
When I went into this room, did Dyson and Rex come as well?
Yeah. Well, they're able to come if they so choose.
Okay.
If they want to stay at the table, they can. But
okay. Well, I'm just like, okay, thank you, but what's the catch? You said continue this relationship. I don't understand. The books most people don't pay money for books these days, but like some people pay big money. They're rare. Like, you're just saying you're just gonna give me one, just cause we're friends now? I'm grateful, but confused.
Could you roll to manipulate?
Yeah. 9 plus 1.
She looks at you and, well, she's been looking at you this whole time, but she makes eye contact and she says, I guess I may as well be frank. The society from which you came from, Siliconia, it intrigues me. What they've been able to accomplish has been astounding. I mean, obviously besides the dystopian era part of that, and as she does that, she waves over towards a bookshelf that's just covered in dystopian novels. Like, if you wanted to have a sneak preview of everything that's going to happen, you could read that bookcase. But she goes, their work has been incredible, and I yearn, much like you, I yearn for knowledge. I want to know things, and they seem to have been able to accomplish something that no one else has. And she's looking pointedly at you.
Do I get the feeling that is she looking at my eyes, or is she looking at the side of my head?
She's looking at the side of your head.
Okay, Violet, what they have done may be impressive, but it's not a good thing. There's a difference here. Knowledge and learning. I don't have the words to describe, but you don't want to be like them. You don't. What they had, it's not worth it.
I don't want what they have. I want to build on what they've become.
Is she telling the truth?
Yes. When she says that she doesn't want what they have, she wants to build on what they've done. She wants to become more or do more than they ever have. That is absolutely true.
You know what? I don't like this. I think nope. Guys, let's go. Let's go. No, I can't.
No, Bravo. Please be reasonable. I'm not like them. I'm a single woman. I'm not the government.
Maybe someday you'll have a chance to go to Siliconia. Then you'll understand what it's like there. I pull off my beanie and I point at the metal brain and I hate this. This is not a tool. This is a what's the when there's a lot of blood coming out? This is a wound. This is not something you want. This is something that will do. I can't. I'm not gonna give you this.
Violet looks at you for a good long moment. She goes, Bravo, please don't take me the wrong way, but I'm here to help you. Honestly, I'm here to help. But if you're not going to cooperate or allow me to help, then my hands will be tied.
Okay. Now I want to read a person. Oh no. So I got a 6.
You got a 6. Okay, so
it says ask one anyway, but be prepared for the worst.
So if I may, I want to make a little change to what we've done in the past because I saw someone else do this and I really like it. Instead of you asking one, I'm going to ask one to you on the fail.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Quick clarification.
Yeah.
I realized I muted like every single thing, and I was like, dang it, I gotta unmute everything. When going for a help roll, this was for the future, not for this moment necessarily. Call before the roll?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, sorry. When going for a help roll, you can do it after roll, but before the fallout.
Okay. So, if I wanted to help Bravo on his roll...
You would just have to convince me as the MC that what you're doing would actually help. Like, you'd have to describe how you're helping, especially in this situation.
Yeah, for this moment, I don't think I'm going to.
It's so hard to, like, help somebody read a person.
Yeah. But because I had already read her, so like I'd already done the read a person, but it's okay. For this moment, I think narratively it's better I don't.
So I'm going to ask, how could I get your character? How could I get Bravo?
I was worried you were going to ask that.
What can Violet do to get Bravo to trust her?
If she convinced Bravo that she is not... If she convinced Bravo that the reason that she wants to study his metal brain is part of a plan to take Siliconia down, if she can manage to convince him of that after this conversation that we've already had, it might be hard, but if she can manage that, then Bravo would let her study him.
Okay, cool.
So dirty.
Yeah. So Violet, after you said that, Violet goes, Bravo, I understand this meeting didn't go particularly well, and I'm glad I know you better now. And it was truly a pleasure to meet your friends, Dr. Agnes, Dice, Rex, Mr. Kilgore. It has been a pleasure to truly meet you, and I understand that your next assignments will be more local, but truly I'm here to help. I want to help you and all of you do your jobs. And so when you finally decide to go back to your home and try again, I can be there to help you if that's what you want.
So is this isn't like start to scratch my head like around the corners of where the metal brain like attaches to my head. I'm like, so you're not trying to be Siliconia, you're trying to break this is why you want to study it? You're trying to figure them out?
I am trying to figure them out. I think the work that they've done in creating, I mean, for lack of a better term, the first step towards cyborgs, it may be dastardly how they've used it, but there's a silver lining to everything. If we can figure out what they've done, we could cure so many ails of this world. Imagine being able to help someone who is in a horrible accident. We have prosthetics, but they're nothing compared to what Siliconia has been able to replicate. Imagine the good we could do if we were able to understand, and she looks again pointedly at you and your cybernetics and back at you, if we were able to understand the technology that they've been able to create over there.
I guess I haven't thought of it like that. Okay. Yeah.
And she goes, you don't need to make a decision right now if you're not comfortable. Please. Take one of whatever you'd like and just think on it.
Okay. Besides the books, now, what was partially what spurred this subplot was I have 2 character improvements I need to do, and I was going to have one of them be add life support to your workspace, and the other one be some component of your workspace or some arrangement of components is uniquely receptive to the world's psychic maelstrom plus augury. Choose and name it, or else leave it for the MC to reveal during play. So, when I turn back to look at the books, I also take a glance around the rest of the room. Is there anything that really catches my eye?
And you're looking for the the weird psychic focal point. For Reality's fraying edge. Like, this is like totally out of context.
Yes. Well, this is. I was thinking that we'd kill 2 birds with one stone, and maybe it was some sort of advanced life support system that also has some they were working on some way to connect it with brains, and so that's why it has the augury sort of thing. It's like a life support thing, but also with some sort of it's supposed to be able to do an MRI without having the MRI, but that component is built in a way that makes it bleed into the psychic maelstrom.
So you do that, and you take this glance around the room, and obviously your focal point when you first walked in here was just this big book of shelf of books. Big book of shelves. It's a Home Depot catalog.
That's one of the books on the shelf.
Homemade Depot.
It's the big book of shelves.
Yeah, the big book of shelves. You take another look around, and this time there's something that speaks to you. Something that speaks to you on just like a deep primordial level. Can't really describe this, but it just seems to draw to you. And it's this helmet that looks like it looks very similar to like a fighter pilot's helmet. It has this thick cable coming from it and going to a box about the size of a briefcase. And it speaks to you.
I point to it. What's that?
That is, I mean, truly, it is something fascinating. I've only ever found the one of them. I don't quite know where we could find another. It was the cutting edge of medicine right before the final apocalypse destroyed any semblance of what we had. And she describes it as this helmet that was the most condensed form of imaging a person, like medically imaging a person that had ever been created. That someone wearing the helmet could just get a scan of what was going on with them. It was you could map the brain. You could measure chemical levels and things in the blood. It was truly incredible, but unfortunately, it came a day late and a dollar short, one might say.
Okay, when she's describing it, I'm getting excited, but I'm really curious, how is Dice reacting to this?
As soon as she hears the word medicine, like she kind of, after she read the person, she kind of got a little more cold toward Violet. She doesn't like her. But as soon as the word medicine is heard, she kind of perks up a little bit and is like listening a little more intently and kind of like paying a little more attention to what's going on.
Okay. Okay.
She's excited about that.
All right, Violet. I think I can make a deal. First of all, I want that. That's cool. That's going in my van.
Okay.
I will let you study my brain, because it makes sense. If you can attach this to my brain, then the same technology you could use to like make a robot arm for somebody that they can actually like use with their nerves and stuff. But on the condition, no uploading info dumps to people's heads, okay? You gotta promise me that.
She nods and says, okay. I promise to not dump information into people's heads once we've come to understand how this beautiful technology works.
Okay.
You may have the helmet.
And every time I come in here to let you study me, I'm taking one of those books with me.
She goes, I think that is that is a reasonable trade. You're a much better negotiator than I thought you'd be.
Thank you.
And Dr. Dice, Violet, she looks over to you and she goes, now, Dr. Dice, I am no medical professional, and seeing as you are already well acquainted with Bravo, would you be willing to help me in my studies of the cybernetics, to make sure that no harm or foul comes and that we understand what's going on?
You want me to help you study Bravo? Might as well. Why not?
Wait. On one condition.
What? Yes.
She gets her supplies from you, Violet. She gets them for free now. She's helping.
And you see this one, Violet. It takes her. I mean, like, it's not long. It's like a second or so, and then she goes, "Deal."
Really?
I like when she says "really." I like kind of like do a sidelong glance, like don't push it.
We are working to make a better human race, a better life for all of us. I think that is a reasonable expense.
Absolutely. I would love to help. Oh man.
Perfect. Are there any more questions or things that you wish to discuss with Violet, or I guess go shopping while you're here before you leave? Otherwise, this meeting is adjourned.
I'm just wondering if what Rex has been doing this time.
I'm glad you asked. He kind of stopped paying attention quite a while ago, and he was... What was he looking at? He saw a history book about the Civil War, but he was mostly just looking at the pictures. It's one of those ones that has like really good illustrations of like different battles and stuff. But he's mostly just looking at the pictures, and he's kind of chuckling to himself a little bit. Maybe occasionally you hear him be like, "Look at those tiny guns." And then as the conversation kind of wraps up, he kind of just starts paying more attention again. And you know, when there's kind of maybe Violet asks like, "Is there anything else?" Like, but you know, maybe closer to her end, or she's like looking at Rex when she says this because he's the only one that hasn't been asking for anything yet. And he goes, "Can I have one grenade?"
I mean, I guess for the work that you're doing, I believe that if it's going to help you, I believe we can come to an arrangement on that. Why one grenade?
Yeah. I haven't worked with explosives much in my history. I'm mostly a ballistics expert.
Saying that you haven't worked with explosives is not motivating me to give you one.
Oh, okay then.
But yeah, if you want, I mean, she's a trader. If you want to haggle a little bit, I think you could put a price on it. But just out of the blue, asking for a grenade. Nah. Okay. She does have them though. If you do ever want to make a purchase of gear, she has grenades available.
Oh, I bet.
I think just in this instant, getting them donated isn't going to work.
Oh yeah, you know that's between the weird helmet and the free medical supplies for life, you know, one grenade is just
It's the straw that broke the camel's back. She's like, no, get out. Just kidding.
I am not a charity.
No, Rex doesn't push it at all. It's just more like, you know,
advanced like medical psychic technology, sure. Unlimited medical resources, yes. One grenade, absolutely not.
He had read about early grenades. Well, no, he didn't. He saw a picture of early grenades in the Civil War book he was reading. That's why he was interested.
I want to trade for some books.
You want to trade for some
books?
Medical books. Okay. Medical books. Okay. Yeah, so she's open to this. So when it's we're just going to treat this as like a very high profile market, if you would like. So she's willing to sell books, maybe not from her personal stash, but the store as a general, there is a collection of books. Books are a rare find, especially ones that are still usable or readable. It has been 30 plus years since the beginning of the apocalypse. So here's what I will do. I will say that she has a medical book or two. I'm gonna roll a d6, and that is gonna be how many barter it will cost you to purchase said book. Okay.
Okay.
Books are expensive. Just like now.
Medical books.
Yeah, medical books is a textbook. You're purchasing a textbook.
A textbook, yeah, I know.
Okay, so she has a textbook. It's used to train EMT, like emergency medical response. She is willing to part with it for 3 barter.
I will take it.
Okay. Guess you can mark down in your inventory that you now have EMT textbook. This pleases Dice immensely.
So, now that we've finished our trip to Fantasy Costco.
Fantasy Costco, where all your dreams come true. Got an idea for you. So you're able. So you finish this conversation with Violet, and you go your separate ways, or do whatever you do. A couple of weeks later, so this is where like Bravo, you get used to your new helmet that allows you to deal with reality's fraying edge and whatnot. You get a messenger comes and tells you of a new meeting with Director Slater about your next assignment on the Eden's Initiative.
Yes. I I'm like, woo! And I like run another shop. I'm like, sorry, Durf, got a job. And I like go and I jump in the van and drive it. It's like
just yells behind you, "Don't die! Don't!"
It's only a couple of blocks away. I don't need to drive my van, but I'm excited about my new setup, so I bring it with.
Dice is going to put a sign on her door that says, "Out on job. The doctor is out."
Don't get stabbed.
Well, then she won't have work to come
while
back
I'm
to.
gone.
And so you all are able to make it. It's a pretty normal thing at this point. You know where you're heading. You head up into Catherine's office. Everyone gathers there. There's an appropriate amount of time left for people who may or may not be late. We're not going to talk about that this time. But so as you enter the room, there are 3 people already in there. Terry and Catherine. But there's another person who is in this room. As you get seated down, Catherine introduces this person as Jean Nash. She is Eden's technology and engineering, like the head of that like research and development kind of branch that the government has.
Do I know Jean? Has she like done work with Durf's shop at all?
Yeah, you've probably seen her once in a while. Durf would definitely be someone who kind of comes in for contract work when they need things fabricated or done, and they're short staffed.
Okay.
Yes, you've definitely seen Jean Nash. I don't know if you've particularly like interacted with her, but
yeah. So I do that whole sort of like, oh, nice to like officially meet you.
Yeah, and she'll shake your hand. And
so what's the situation? We got movement on the whole New Pittsburgh thing?
And Catherine goes, "Bravo. You've hit it right on the head. Our sources have come back to us. We've confirmed that the next area that we need you all to go is indeed New Pittsburgh. It's built on top of Old Pittsburgh, which makes it pretty easy to put on a map. But the thing that is really interesting with this society, it's gonna be different than Danu Funk. Danu Funk was a very agricultural based town. This one is a bit more high tech, and so that's why we have Jean here to help you get up to speed on some of that front. But I think the thing that would be most interesting to all of you, we actually were able to figure out what these people have patterned their dictatorship around.
Oh,
interesting.
How many of you have read 1984?